All right, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right. To wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. All right. Seminoles, Haitians, West Indians. All right. Wake you up to your true nationality because the time is short, so you can repent. Number one, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back under the law. All right, because in the kingdom of heaven, this is going to be the law. So all this bullshit laws that we have to keep right now, because this is the kingdom of this damn devil, is going to be out the window. So ain't going to be no sashaying up and down the damn street. All right? None of that wickedness is permitted in the kingdom. All right? And that's self-explanatory. All right? So without further ado, all praises due to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushua Ba'Hashem Kadash. All right? Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right? All right, so pretty much picking up off of where we left off yesterday. All right? Tomorrow is going to be a high-level witchcraft day where they're going to cast a spell, right? Continue to cast a spell on the masses, all right? Whenever you see a so-called court proceeding or a trial, a court trial, being broadcast on TV, first of all, that's against their own laws. So it can't be real. It's a TV show. All right? It's not a real court trial. It's designed to program the masses. All right? To make you believe something that is, contrived, basically. All right? And then they'll actually use that, put it on the books, so that they could bring it up later in future trials, all right? Going back to OJ, all right? Going back to Ted Bundy, I believe, all right? Because, for example, back in the day, they couldn't go all the way to trial like this guy, Lee Harvey Oswald. Right? Before he could even get a trial, they had to get on film, same thing. They had to broadcast to everybody. Well, here's the moment where the nigga gets killed. Right? So it all goes away. What's really going on, it all goes away. Or we could say whatever the fuck we want to. And then they said, okay, well, what happened with that? Okay? That's what happened with the whole JFK debacle, right? Whatever it was high-level witchcraft, including murder, all right? But that's where the phrase conspiracy theory was conjured up, if you will, all right? They were able to, to conjure up something as a diversion that they could use to debunk the truth. Oh, well, there was more than one shooter. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Goes back to that time. Why? Because they weren't able to convince you in a court of law and lay out this grand scheme in front of your eyes. That's what they're using the court trial to do. Well, we have discovery on this side and on that side. We're going to lay it all out in front of you. Not just the Warren report, but actual deep fakes We got a nigga on film creeping this way. We got a kid out defending himself, right? Who takes a fucking weapon into a war zone expecting not to get into a fight? That's not why you took the weapon. You took the weapon to defend yourself or to kill people. Which one? Here's how you defend yourself. Stay your ass at the house. All right? Number one. Okay, so that's where it starts, that's where it ends. And you can say whatever you want to on both sides of the issue. If the nigga would have stayed at home instead of taking a gun to a gunfight, nobody would have died. Because he's the only person that killed somebody. All right, number one. Okay, number two, was any of it even real? Because here we are arguing about it. People are taking sides. Was it real or was it contrived? Was it a deep fake? Was it real? Same thing with Ahmaud Arbery. Was that real? Or is it just something created so that we can argue with each other and they can get us out in the street fighting? Here's the larger. See, first of all, in the spirit, you got to understand how this devil works. What's the devil going to do? He wants us out there fighting. Number one, he wants us against each other. Is he succeeding? He absolutely is. All right? On his level. But guess what? If we start at the very top, whatever he's doing, he's just a puppet. And who's got the marionette? Okay? And we know these things. Who's we? The men of the Lord, the prophets. You don't want to hear that. Hey, if you believe in the Bible like a bunch of you so-called white supremacists, right? First of all, you're not white and you're not supreme. You're red, okay? And so is the guy with the horns on his head, the pitchfork in the tail. And that's just the truth, all right? And that's what the Bible is talking about. But you got the Bible in your hand, acting like you're better than somebody and you're not, okay? How are you better than somebody who can stay in the sun all day and you're going to die from cancer? How are you better? That's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? So we're dealing with the truth up here, the truth that's in this Bible. And the truth of the Bible says that man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh, all right? So if there's a fake trial and there are actors in there, okay, and technology has got to the point where you can fool everybody by creating what they call a deep fake. These things exist. I'm not making it up, all right? When you go back to OJ and you look at everybody there has their SAG card, they're all actors. You have to, for one moment, see, some of you motherfucking knuckle draggers are so stupid that you can't fathom for a minute that you're getting played. Everybody is an actor, a certified actor. Everybody, the judge, all of the counsel, all of the so-called people. One of them is on news now, in your face. They're laughing in your face. This is clearly the same person that was supposed to have been murdered, but she's in your face every day. Okay. Hey, this is the age. It goes both ways. We have the technology to make film that'll make you believe some shit that is patently false. That's true. You also have technology that can prove that this is false. Okay? You got facial recognition technology. Back when this guy, Sir Paul McCartney, all right, was murdered, and they replaced him with Paul McCartney, all right. They didn't have facial recognition technology, right? They wasn't worried about that yet. It was how many years ago today? It was 50 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper was running the game on everybody. You understand? So today, all you got to do is get the program out, put this picture of the actual Paul before he was murdered, and get the new guy. And they did a decent job with plastic surgery, but they can't, can't have it both ways. This guy is not this guy today. And they have ways to prove that today. They have ways to prove that OJ is not, all you got to do is look at the bad acting. Okay? This guy can't even muster up tears. Come on. The whole thing is laughable. But what is the result? All right? Key bona. Who benefits? Whoever's putting it on television. All right? What about the countless things that go on every day that will never see the light of day, especially not exclusive? We're going to show you every bit of the trial. Okay? And just what the judge is doing. Okay? The judge is siding with the murderer. All right? Letting all murderers know that, hey, after we let this kid go, you could go right out and do what they did to Ahmaud Arbery and get away with it and claim, what are they claiming in Ahmaud Arbery? They're claiming self-defense. Basically, you can go pick a nigga, which is where the term picnic came from. You could go pick a nigga and hang him by a tree, and nobody can do a damn thing about it. That's what they're trying to restore, clearly, and get mad at the truth all you want, okay? You can get mad at the truth all you want to. All right, now I got to get a scripture because I'm rambling. Here's what the Most High said he's going to do. All right. And how is he going to do it? He's going to do it from the very top level. All right. So you think that Esau is causing a race war? You're giving the credit to Esau instead of call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So the Most High is the one bringing the race war. What do you mean race war? Well, Jacob and Esau are brothers. Let me read that again, just to be clear. And they shall fight every one against his brother, the Egyptian. Jacob and Esau both live right here in Babylon the Great, which is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Okay? Yes, this is spiritual. All right? It's a spiritual puzzle, and you don't have access to it, but we do. Right? And we can prove all things with these scriptures. Who's creating the race war according to the Bible? The Most High. Do we see it playing out down here? Absolutely we do. With what? With high-level witchcraft technology, okay? Trickery, sorcery, mediums. What medium? The television, court TV. All right. Hey, guess what? We got it. We see it. We got it. They can't hide it from us. Salaki. At what point do you understand that the Most High is the one doing everything? Can the Most High do anything? Yes. Can he give the devil technology to deceive the people almost completely? Yes. Is that what we see? It's possible. This is Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord hath not done it? Okay, so what do we see tomorrow? We clearly see a race war being fomented. Who's doing it? That's evil in the city. Bad times are on the horizon. Who's doing that? Well, let's start at the top. I just read it. And I'll read how we know. Okay? Well, nigga, how do you know what you're saying? Well, let's read the Bible, because it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you two things. Who's doing it and who knows what's going on. In quick succession. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord hath not done it? It's a rhetorical question. Of course, the omniscient, omnipotent Yahweh is doing all things. He's responsible for everything from the top. So when you see it playing out down here real time, he's got the marionette. How do we know? Very next line. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. See that? Back to back. We know what he's doing. How do we know? He let us know. Like he let Noah. He went to Noah, he said, Noah, I'm going to kill a lot of people. They ain't going to believe you. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I want you to build a boat, and I'm going to bring a flood, even though it's never rained before. It's going to start raining. Okay? That was a secret to everybody except for Noah. Noah was a prophet. Okay? The visions that Jeremiah saw, the visions that John on the Isle of Patmos, that is the Most High revealing his secrets to who? The prophets. He's letting them know what is about to happen. He's letting them know how he gets down. Shall there be evil in a city? Shall evil be done in a city and the Lord hath not done it? How do you know? Well, because God gave us the understanding of how he gets down. All right? So it's not the so-called white man. Of course, in real time, that's what he's doing. Okay? Now, do white people go out and kill niggas every day? Yes. Still. Why? Because the earth is given into their hands to be able to do that and get away with it and hold themselves not guilty. Okay? We see that. We know that. But wait a minute. He showeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. We understand. Okay? We understand that that's God doing it. Why did we go into slavery? Was it because of the so-called white men? No. God used him to do it. But it was because we didn't keep the commandments, so we had to be punished. Well, then why the payback? Well, because that's how God... I didn't say that you can understand God. He might show you his secrets, but to try to match wits with the Most High, first of all, you're stupid. You're just a man. And even the Most High can show you his secrets and choose you to be a prophet. Doesn't mean you're on his level. So no, you can't understand the Most High. He might show you a few things and use you to deliver his people out of slavery, as he did with Moses. And then he took Moses up onto the ship and showed him everything, right? Does that mean that Moses is at the level of the Most High? No. All right? See, first of all, motherfuckers are stupid, right? If we start right there, man is a stupid motherfucker and uses this much of his brain and has the audacity to say that God doesn't exist. It's just ridiculous. Then you'll get mad at me for what the Bible said. Well, it doesn't say that. It does say that. Whether you understand it or not is a totally different thing. And clearly you don't. You can get mad at me all you want to. You can do what they've always done to the prophets. You can kill us. It's not going to stop this from bringing forth what it says or what it's going to do. You're not going to stop God from doing his will, stupid. All right? One of us is wrong. Either your dumbass is wrong, who doesn't know a damn thing about the Bible and can't prove nothing, or maybe Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You didn't bring that out. I brought it out. Right? Humbly. Okay? All praise goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, not me. All right? I fear the Most High, which is why I'm out here in the fog, right? Relentlessly. Even the little workers out here that come out and got to do their slavery, when they see me, when they let them out, they're going to say, what's this nigga doing out here? He's crazy. I fear the Most High. All right, that's what it is. And time is short. Okay? Time is short. And we're hastening the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's what we're out here doing. All right? This thing is almost over. How can you tell? These are the signs. Uproars of the people. All right, so we're hoping that they succeed in their little endeavor that's coming down from on high. Those two scriptures alone. This one right here. Amos 3 and 6 again. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord hath not done it? Well, let's see an example of that. What's going to start tomorrow? Or at the sentencing. Not the sentencing, but at the determination of whether this guy goes home or not. All right? Isaiah 19 and 2. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. What? City against city? Evil, bad times? Who's doing it? God is bringing this. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city. Who's doing it? So whatever happens tomorrow, in the closing, you're going to do your closing remarks, right, in this make-believe trial that we already know the outcome. Who's benefiting from? First of all, again, let's start at the top. The Most High is doing this. How do you get these people fighting? How does the Most High accomplish this? Not Esau. He's a fucking puppet. How does the Most High, because he's the one doing it, how does he get this popping off? Okay? I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom. How does the Most High accomplish that? Well, here's what he does. He gives this devil the technology to create a deep fake. He gives this devil the technology to broadcast pictures, movies, if you will, actors playing a part all over the world and infuriate the people and cause division to the point where you get so mad and emotional, you're going to take to the streets. Right? Who's doing it? The Most High is doing it. Why is he doing it? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, and everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. Jacob and Esau are brothers. The Edomites and the Israelites are brothers. They're going to be fighting out in the street. Who's doing it? God's doing it. He's bringing it. You can't stop that. Who understands it? The prophets. We understand how the Most High gets down. We're telling you what's going to happen before it happens. Well, da-da-da-da. Edomite can't wait to go out and try to kill his brother. Oh, let's get that. Genesis 27. Here's what's going on. See, we got the crystal ball. We can look right in it and tell the future and the past. Genesis 27 and 41. The stage is being set for this. Who's doing it? God's doing it. You can't stop it. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So this devil, okay, so-called white man, thinks that he is God. Okay, he's got a little TV set and some actors, and he's got a camera. He can make it look like something happened, so he can force his issue, right? That eventually is going to get everybody out in the street fighting. Really is God got the marionette. So he's going to succeed at doing that. How do we know? It all lines up. Esau is going to try to kill his brother Jacob. How? Well, he's going to kill a lot. Why? Because God is setting it forth. Right? How's he going to do it? Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom. That's talking about right here in America. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So Esau's going to kill a lot of his brother, a lot of Israelites. He's going to kill a lot of you. Who's doing it? Is this Esau speaking right here? Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy. Is that Esau or is that God? God is going to kill a lot of you Israelites. Why? Because you're wicked as hell. You're as wicked as this devil is. How is he going to do it? He's going to use Esau to do it. Listen close. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. So some, 1/3, he's not going to kill them. All right. The elect, he's not going to kill them. What time are we in right now? Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. We're in a time like any other. There's never been deep fakes. There's never been technology to the point where they can get everybody out in the street and make them fight each other. Most High is doing. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's he? Well, it's talking about Jacob. Are they talking about all of Jacob? No. He said, back in Amos, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. That's who's going to be saved out of it. Okay? The ones who, right? That he's not going to destroy. He's going to destroy a lot. 2/3. Let's get it. Salakia of the new sword. Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's who's going to die. Right? In the race wars, in the Civil War, right? Famine, hunger, death on the street. Crazy. In Jacob's trouble, this is talking about Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he, meaning the elect, the 1/3, shall be saved out of it. Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land of Israel, the people of Israel, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Land don't die, people die. But the third shall be left therein, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried. Okay, those are the ones that he's going to save. He's talking about how he's going to save them right now. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. All right? If they don't die and they make it through the fire, what does that mean? It means that they were saved. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. See how it all comes together? I know I'm moving fast for your dumbasses. You can come here, dumbass, because you're emotional. How are you going to make it through Jacob's trouble if you're out here being emotional? All right? Let's read that again. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. All right? It's going to be the worst time ever. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That's how bad it's going to be. Starting when? As soon as tomorrow. All right? A lot of people are sleeping on this, right? They can't even see how slick this devil is and what he's doing. Black people, so-called black people, are saying, well, that's not our fight. That's not our fight. That's about white people killing white people. No, nigga. It's about enabling white people to take a motherfucking gun to a protest and kill whoever the fuck they want to and walk away. Aren't you going to protest when this trial turns out not the way you want it? Are you going to hit the street? Because guess what? Guess who's going to be lying in wait? Esau said, now shall I slay my brother Jacob. How? They're setting it up. Why is this trial going to end before this one? Timing is everything. You can't see what's going on clearly? The murder, well, they're both murder trials. All right? They're going to let this kid off and say that he was protecting himself. But guess what? In the Albury trial, what are the murderers saying? We feared for our lives. That holds about as much water as that kid crying with no tears. Okay? When they let these hangmen, the lynch mob, when they let the lynch mob go, what is Jake gonna do? What are niggas gonna do? They're gonna run out in the street and protest. Well, who's gonna be sitting there lying in wait? Protecting themselves. Oh, got my gun out here. I'm ready to fear for my life and protect, stand my ground. From the looters, oh, no, we're not looters. We're protesting. Nope. It's real easy to see. This scripture got to come out. We're going into detail, I see. The Spirit is making me go into detail because apparently I didn't get the point across yesterday. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know exactly what this devil is doing. And above that, we know exactly what the Most High is making this devil do. Okay? We see it. We're not ignorant. The Most High revealed his secret unto us to be able to have eyes to see and ears to hear. What does that mean? We understand. We understand what the Most High is doing. What is he doing? Go back to Amos. What is God doing? He's sifting. Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Who's the sword? The sword is Esau. The sword is the missiles. Okay. I gotta look that up, which is thy sword. Bear with me for a moment. This is Psalm 17 and 13. Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who is the wicked? The nation of Edom, pursuant to Malachi. Okay? Malachi 1 and 4. It calls the nation of Edom, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So when we read this, Psalm 17 and 13, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So here we have the wicked being the Most High sword. Who is the wicked? Esau. The Most High is using Esau to cut down you wicked Israelites, you sinners. What is sin? Transgression of the law. If you Israelites are not keeping the laws of the Bible, that's when you get hung by a tree. That's when you get hunted down when you're jogging, right? If any of that is real. Oh, well, the nigga was rummaging around in a newly built house. Well, they're building a house and we have him on film. Do you? Or is that CGI? We got to make it look like he's doing nothing so niggas will get mad. And then we're going to get these actors together. We're going to have the nigga shot and put it in everybody's face. And we're going to stir everybody the fuck up. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm saying that it could have happened that way. I'm saying that it could be a deep fake. Your guess is as good as mine. Are we being presented with it? Do we have to? Could they bury that and not even put it on the television? So what do they want? Why are they doing it? Why are they putting it on the television, whether it's real or not? Doesn't matter whether it's real or not. What matters is they're putting it out there to achieve a goal. So let's take that one that they're putting out there, whether it's real or fake, and then let's look at this one where the kid is out shooting. What goal are they trying to achieve? Let's put both of these things out here. Why? That kind of shit happens every day, all day. Why that one? Why this one? Why now? because, listen close, all the sinners of my people, who is his people? Israel, shall die by the sword. Who is his sword? The wicked is his sword. The Edomites. So, in this race war, whoever goes out there on that street and gets killed, guess what? Who did it? God did it. He used the devil to do it. He used his sword, right? Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. The what? The evil. If there be evil in a city, hath not the Lord done it? Who set brother against brother? The Most High did. Okay. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Did we not prove who the Most High's sword is? It's Esau. Now let's prove the other sword. Okay? What else is the Most High's sword? I gotta look that up. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 41. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and reward them that hate me. Okay, that glittering sword is talking about the ICBMs. All right, so this can be a sword, it can be a plague. All right, it can be an arrow. All right. And it is what it is. All right. You don't have to hear the word of the prophets. Right? The humble prophets that are just delivering the message. Right? This is Amos 9 and 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, which is fallen. That's talking about the ones that he saves, the 1/3. And close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. I just thought I'd read that. Okay. That's actually talking about the kingdom of heaven, where this whole thing is going, right? And this is where what we want to do is we want to endure till the end of this thing. Okay. See, because when it comes right down to it, you don't have a damn choice at anything that is going on, right? This is the Most High's movie. He's going to have his will done. Okay, all you could do is hope that you're in that number, right? That's all you could do, right? Who's going to be in the number? Those that are doing the will of the Most High and that believe, all right? He said, get your ass out there. I'm going to show you what these words mean. Get out there, push this word. Whoever's going to hear it is going to hear it. Whoever don't hear it, I'm going to put your ass to death. We're moving towards the kingdom. You Edomites are going into slavery. I know you're afraid of that. You're going to try to demonize us for bringing out the truth of the Bible. Nothing new. We were those prophets of old. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So that was us being put to death. You're not doing anything different than you've always done. You and you wicked ass 2/3, we're good with it. First of all, we start at the top as coming down from the Most High. What is he doing? He's trying us like gold. Okay? And the Most High's word is not coming back void, so very soon you're going to see some miracles. You're going to see some spiritual power. We're looking forward to that too. Okay? So go ahead and get mad if you see this and plot a little takedown or whatever the fuck is on your mind. Okay? Because you're not going to do a damn thing unless the Most High wants it done. All right? How do I protect myself from you coming? I do the will of the Most High. I get out here. I'm more afraid of him than I am of you coming to get me. If you come to get me and you succeed, that's what he wanted. There was nothing I could do. Abaratazah, that's not what he wants. He wants me to endure until the end. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. All right, and that's where we're at with this thing. So, again, tomorrow indicates the next level of shit. Okay? Next level of what? Matthew. Matthew 24:8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. The beginning. Okay? We're past the beginning now. Tomorrow, the level goes up. The level of fear goes up. Fear of who? The devil? No. No. Fear of the Most High, who's bringing this. All right? Because we don't know who the elect are. We're putting on the elect, trying to make our calling and election sure. All right? Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Back to the elect. Okay? Well, it says in the book, it speaks of people standing on their feet and going out here and pushing the word. All right? And that's what we're trying to do. All right? We're trying to make sure that that's us being written about. Back to Matthew. Matthew 24 22. And except those days should be shortened, and we can clearly see that the weeks are rolling by so quick, right? And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. What did that say? It basically said the elect are going to be saved. All right? I'll read it again. A lot of words that basically means I'm going to save the elect. All right? Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All of that big long paragraph, it said this: I'm going to save the elect. He speaks of destroying 2/3 of Israel, but I'm going to save the 1/3, the elect. Yep, we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. Who's Jacob? Israel. I'm going to kill 2/3 of you wicked ass Israelites. Right there in lockstep with the devil himself. But the 1/3, I'm going to bring you through the fire. I'm going to refine you as I bring you through these trials and tribulations. I'm going to test you. I'm going to purify you. Got to make you ready for the kingdom. You have a job to do. Kind of like in the beginning when you created the heavens and the earth, right? That was you. It's luck. All right, Salakia. So, Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division. Okay? And that's Yahushua speaking in the red. Well, what is he saying here? Yahushua came to do the will of his Father. Okay, what is the will of his Father? It's what he came for. All right, let's read that again. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. The walrus is out there. He came to do the will of his Father. What is the will of his Father? I tell you, nay, but rather division. His Father said, look, I want you to go down there and bring division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, I saw this post, right? It wasn't a video, but it was this an article, and it speaks of how because of CV 19, families are like this. Now, for the holidays, you can't come. You can't come to Thanksgiving. You can't come to Christmas. You can't come to the Hanukkah festivity. You can't come by for the holidays. Now, wait a minute. Is that not the prophecies jumping off the... Is that not the prophecy coming true? Abundantly? Well, that's always good. No, this is the first time we had a pandemic that's separating people at this level. Division. I'm breaking it down. I could probably find it. Where is that at? Let's see if I can find it. Salaki, bear with me. I'm going to try to find it. Right here. Okay. I don't see a title on it, but it says unvaccinated Americans being banned from family parties. Okay. Then it reads, a majority of vaccinated Americans do not want Vanessa relatives attending their holiday parties, and almost have cut off and almost half have cut off family members over their max status according to a new poll. All right, so let's read that again. Luke 12:52. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother. Why? Because you didn't play by the rules. Even though we're family, you can't come by. A majority of unmaxed Americans do not want unmaxed. Wait, the majority of maxed Americans do not want unmaxed relatives attending their holiday parties. And almost half have cut off family members over their status, according to a new poll. That is the prophecies jumping off the page. Okay, let's get one more I saw on the way down here. This is in Austria. Coming to a town near you, right here. This is Russia Today. World's first nationwide lockdown for Vanessa approved. Austria will impose new curbs on the unmax starting from Monday. So, can you see how this thing is we're moving into the next level of evils, all right? The measure aims to ease pressure on hospitals and ICUs. The lockdown will come into effect at midnight and will apply to people aged 12 and older who have not taken the shot and have not recently recovered from the sickness, right? And there's more. It's on Russia Today. All right? What is that? That's division. Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. All right? So we're seeing great division right now. As this thing, all right, we're past the beginning of sorrows. We're into the sorrows. Okay? And they're going to get worse and worse. Let's get worse and worse. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. What shall come upon it? Sorrows. Are we past the beginning? We're past the beginning. Now we're into the birthing. Okay? We're into the contractions coming faster and faster. All right? The crescendo, if you will. Right? You used to have friends out here. This is Psalm 41 and 9. Yea, mine own familiar friend in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. This is the time. Hey, your friends are like, so what do you, and they'll sneak it, They'll sneak it in. They'll be like, so what do you think about the trial? And if you don't agree with what they think, they can be like this, all right, see ya. Indefinitely. What is that? Oh, it's just politics. No, that's the Most High bringing that division. Most High is bringing division. Over and over. Let's get some more. Let's get Micah. Micah 7 and 6. Let's start at 5. Trust ye not in a friend, and Salah. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom, your own woman. For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. That's the time that we're in now. Well, how do you know? Because we're measuring the time diligently in itself. And we see the signs. This is a division. This complete division is a huge sign of how close we are right now. All right? And it's beautiful. Can't be dismayed at the signs, all right, of heaven. This is Esau's heaven. This came out the other day. I didn't know where it was. It hadn't come out in such a long time. Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. All right? That could be talking about the stars, the moon, the blood moon coming up. Or, what are the signs? Earthquakes in diverse places. Signs of heaven on an earthly level, right? Famine. Okay. Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Well, we've been seeing these things, so we're past the beginning. All right? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, well, we see that. And we're about to see it after they pass this little trial off on you, which is nothing more than a ruse to get people fighting each other. Why? Because the Most High is bringing division. The Most High is setting the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And they shall fight every one his brother Okay? Uproars of the people, right? But let's get the brother real quick. Let's prove that Jacob and Esau are brothers. It's Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red all over like a devil, Salaki, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, Jacob and Esau are brothers. Esau wants to kill his. Then shall I slay my brother Jacob. Let's get that again. They're brothers. After that came his brother out. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father had blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Isaiah 19 and 2. You hear that word brother? Focus on that word brother. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother. And there's the race war. Got to go back. Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. They shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right? Well, here we are. And Stevie Wonder can see what this trial is setting up for. Well, this kid didn't do anything wrong. All right? It was self-defense. What does that mean, self-defense? I mean, if it was a Negro, would it be self-defense? No. We know how this thing is skewed. Was not Ahmaud Arbery defending himself, but somehow they were in fear for their life? They're claiming self-defense. It's just, come on. Come on. Arbery, who is dead, right, can't defend himself, right? He can't stand up and say, hey, first of all, I was running being chased by people with guns. That's what this other guy is saying. So I had to do what was necessary. They cornered me. I had to fight, but I got taken down. You see, on this side, it's all good. On this side, there's going to be a fight. A fight, a nigger and a white. And it just is what it just is. It's being set up. Don't get stuck on the level of, oh, well, I'm choosing sides, stupid. What are they doing? Right? They're setting you up. And above that, there's not a damn thing you can do about it anyway. The Most High is running this shit. The Most High is the one determining who's going to die in this race war. Okay. Nation against nation. Let's get there. All you gotta do is go to Matthew. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, Genesis 25. Genesis 25:23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy word. Nation against nation. Well, Jacob and Esau represent two nations. They're also brothers. Nation shall rise against nation. Who's doing this? Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Those are Americans. And they shall fight everyone against his brother. Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? What does it mean, man's goings are of the Lord? Any and everything that you do, the Most High preordained you to do that. Whether you understand that, or whether you understand it or not. Of course you don't understand. That cancels out free will right there. You're just a damn robot doing the will of the Most High, whether you want to or not. If you're a scoffer, you're going to scoff. If you're a hater, you're going to let the haters hate. Like Beyonce had the best video of all time. Like Taylor, what's her name? Taylor Swift. Gotta let the haters hate. Haters gonna hate. There's no free will. Stupid. This is Job 33:15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he, the Most High, openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. All right? There's no free will. You're doing everything the Most High wants you to do. So if you find yourself protesting and you're so stupid that you didn't understand what the other trial was about, because that trial, that ain't our fight. It is your fight. You're being set up for the turkey shoot, dumbass. You're going to run out there and let your emotions get the best of you. They're going to let these murderers off. Let's get that. And you're going to run right into the fray because the Most High wants to put your ass to death. Zechariah 15:5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. All right? Well, that's what they're doing. You jakes are getting slain, and these devils are holding themselves not guilty. In your kangaroo court. That's all. Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Of course. You can't, what is it? You can't handle the truth. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like Popeye. Isaiah 9:19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. Who's doing it? And the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. Esau is looking to kill his brother Jacob out of his own mouth. All right? You see how the scriptures work? This is precept upon precept. Line upon line here a little and there a little. Damn. New sword blues. Zechariah 8:10. For before these days there was no hire for man, nor any hire for beast, neither was there any place to him that went out or came in because of the affliction. For I set all men every one against his neighbor. All right? And who's your neighbor? Hey, Jake is a wild man out here. All right? And this shit's finna get buck ass wild out here. And ain't nobody stopping. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? So with that, we're going to say, Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shalom. Stay spiritual.